Dawn of the Fuck Majora's Mask. 24 hours remain. Hey guys, it's ExandShadow, and welcome back to Let's Play Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Last part, well, we did kind of a tedious dungeon. Well, not the dungeon so much being tedious, but more the reward at the end really wasn't that great. It didn't really need to be there, I guess, is what I'm trying to get to it. But it doesn't really matter. We've beaten that now. And in this part, well, we're going to do more shenanigans on the train. Kind of odd that they're not playing any music at this point, which is sort of weird, but okay. But anyway, if you look in any of the rooms, you'll notice that nobody's there. I just didn't bother with those rooms just cause. Like, this is Toodle's room, room 02. And if we look in the room, Toodles is gone. Huh, weird. So anyway, you can look all around the train if you want, but the only person you'll find is the engineer, the guy at the front. So go talk to him. He's really the only guy you can talk to. Ah, good morning, sir. It's quite quiet this morning, wouldn't you say? Huh? Is there something on the windshield? Hey! Can't see, can't see, can't see. Wait, it doesn't matter. We're on a train which goes forward no matter what we do. Aren't those the things from the station yesterday? They must have stowed away. What should I do? First, we have to ensure the passenger's safety. But I have to keep driving the train. Mario, can you check on the passengers? Okay, fine. Jeez. I gotta wonder, though. Anybody knowledgeable about train running? Does the guy need to be there at all times? Because it's sort of my idea that, you know, the train's on a rail, so you don't have to pay that much attention to where it's actually going. I mean, if you're getting too close to something, you might have to slow it down or stop, but, you know, me not being knowledgeable in the works of trains, you know, I guess you could probably forgive that a little bit. Anyway, you can indeed buy stuff from this shop in the, even during this part. The shopkeeper, being a dick, is still going to make you buy the items you need for the fight against these, whatever they are, even though we're kind of trying to save his life, but whatever. What's even weirder is that you can access the items that you stowed away on the mainland in the train, which I guess doesn't make much sense, but it's just, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that, at the shops throughout the game, you can, store items that you want to save for later, and you can access them just at any shop. Smorg, 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 smorg. It's a smorgasbord! So anyway, same deal, use your hammer to blow these guys away. Oh, hey. Oh, like, they have the poor conductor? How horrible! Please help him. Okay, jeez. So yeah, I don't know how many times you have to hit them, but if you hit them enough, they'll eventually just leave, and then the conductor... Well, at least these guys are okay, but I wonder about everybody else. Ah, Detective Mario, you saved us again? Hey, I must have been taken by those black things while I was sleeping. Scary. They seem to have come into the baggage car through that open window, and they still have many of the other paying passengers. Oh, those poor souls. Yes, yes, don't care about them because, you know, they're people with feelings. Care about them because they're giving you their money. And for the record, I didn't pay jack shit for this ticket, so I guess you don't care about me at all, do you? Well, I guess I did kind of save your hide a few times, so, So anyway, you're going to... I'm just switching to Goombella just because, spoiler alert, there's a boss coming up. But, yeah, you're going to need to hammer your way through. If you stop hammering, the Smorgs will just, they'll just push you back, so don't deal with that. Just try to keep them away as much as possible. You're not trying to push a specific amount of them away, you're just trying to get forward. If you make it far enough, you will, that'll trigger the next event, I guess I should say. Smorg! Megazord power, go! Or something, combining our powers together, I am Captain whatever. Huh, purple ones. We didn't see those before. Oh wait, is he carrying? Oh yeah, I've seen enough hentai to know where this is going. What is that gross thing? No, Mario, look, it's got the other passengers. Help! Ah! Huh, so... Where did these things come from exactly? I mean, I guess Beldam could have made these, or put these to stall Mario or whatever, but they're never really explained. They're just kind of a giant space flea from nowhere. So anyway, this is the Smorg Miasma, which is the Smorg. The Smorg Miasma is the reddish stuff, which is the actual target of this boss. The thing about the Smorg is that it can its tentacles are the only part that can actually hurt you. But however, they do a lot of damage. So what you want to do is use attacks that can hit multiple enemies in order to take them down pretty quickly. Bobbery and Vivian are both good choices here. I choose to go with Bobbery, even though Vivian is probably the better route, just because, you know, she uses less FP for her screen nuking attack, while Bobbery uses more FP. Thing is, Bobbery's screen nuke is a little bit stronger, but you don't really need to have that much strength to get rid of each individual tentacle. I only find 3 different forms of the Smorg. You've got the 3-tentacled Smorg. There's sort of a claw Smorg we'll be seeing about halfway through the fight. And then we've got sort of the exposed core Smorg that we're fighting right now. I don't know if there are other forms. It's been a while since I've encountered anything but these 2. But if there are, please let me know. Anyway, like I said earlier, the main point of this fight is to try to take out the tentacles all at once and then deal as much damage to the core at once as possible. So to do that, I use Power Lift just to give myself a few extra points of attack power, and also to help me survive the onslaught, because every time he regenerates the tentacles, they do get a chance to attack. And especially here, where there's 3 of them, each doing 5 damage, that's 15 damage total, which can eat up a lot of your health. So you're not going to want to have Mario in the front. You're going to want to keep Bobbery in the front most of the time as your tank. Flurry if Bobbery dies. But yeah, your main attackers should be Mario and Vivian, just because they do the most. They can knock out the. Well, actually, Vivian's good for knocking out all the different tentacles, but you're going to want to have Bobbery for the parts where the Miasma is exposed, because Bobbery can do the most damage out of every party member with a single attack. So that's probably what you're going to want to end up doing. Bobbery's screen nuke does take up a lot of flower points, though, so if you're not keen on switching party members all the time, one good strategy is to use Sweet Feast. I never really explained how Sweet Feast works. It's pretty much Sweet Treat, but only better. You have the ability to hold the control stick to the left to sort of machine gun fire crystal stars, as opposed to with Sweet Treat where you had to individually fire them. So it's a pretty good way. It'll get your FP back up to a part where you can use your high-leveled attacks again. So that's something that you want to think about. Art Attack isn't a good idea for this boss, mostly just because well, I'm not sure how much of the Miasma you have to circle with Art Attack in order for you to do full damage. I think you have to cover all of the Smorg, so it's just too big. Art Attack is really only good for smaller bosses. So anyway, yeah, a lot of people seem to have trouble with this one, but it's a relatively simple boss as long as you get rid of the tentacles before you focus on the main core. That's worse. I mean, it does deal a lot of damage at once, but you only really need to withstand 2 rounds of attacks if you plan ahead correctly. But anyway, yeah, that was the Smorg. I wouldn't say it's one of the easier bosses in the game. I mean, it's definitely got, if you're not prepared or you're just not thinking, it can be hard. But just a little bit of strategy makes this not really that much of a problem. I got through this boss on my first try without really any trouble, because I'm used to just taking out the weaker targets first. But anyway, with that, they'll just sort of blow away, never to be seen again. Where the fuck did they come from? Thank you. Boy, it's like all you did for 3 days was save us. How can we ever thank you? Everyone's safe now. It's all thanks to you. Oh, thank you much. You saved my life. No, stupid tongue of mine. You saved my life. Oh, I messed it up. He was supposed to say shaved my life. We will soon arrive at Poshley Heights. Ladies and gentlemen, please prepare to disembark. So wait, they talk about asking what they're gonna do to thank us, and they don't give us anything? Oh, you dicks! Whatever. Oh, well, anyway, here's Poshley Heights. Oh. This is supposed to be a tourist attraction? All I see is a whole bunch of rich people and not a whole lot to do. Huh. Oh well, I guess it doesn't really matter. We're just here for the Crystal Star anyway. So anyway, yeah, let's go to the Poshley Sanctum. Yeah, Poshley Heights uses the same music as the train, so that's something, I guess. Poshley Heights really isn't that special. You can buy a few things here, but it's really not that big of a deal. We're going to be coming back here later, though, so don't think that you're just done right after here, right after this chapter. But anyway, let's finally get off this train. Yeah. Selphie is no longer having fun with Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. So anyway, the guy, Gold Bob lives here. The briefcase guy lives here. I don't remember who lives in that pink house, but I think there's something there. You can buy spaghetti from the well, Starpies, but you can buy spaghetti from the guy in the that trolley there. Welcome to you. Welcome to you. Huh, odd. Yeah, you can buy fresh pasta, but it's ridiculously expensive. Only go for it if you're trying to complete the, cook log. If you're trying to get all the recipes. That's really the only thing that you should ever really need to buy it for. But anyway, oh yeah, don't jump into that fountain, because there is a, chain chomp fish in there. So I don't get how there is one of those in here, when it's supposed to be a fresh, fountain, but whatever. I mean, like, imagine if you're like a 3-year-old kid and your parents are bringing you to Poshley Heights for like a vacation or whatever, and you know you let your little kid buy the fountain. Oh yeah, Shine Sprite, and then it gets eaten by a chain chomp fish. Jesus, gone traveling. Sanctum manager. No way, that stinks. What now? Break the lock? Ah, it is my dear Luigi. What are you doing at my footstep, young fellow? You run the Sanctum. Huh. Whoa, you live here? So you're the Sanctum manager? Dude, I thought you were a detective. Well, yes, that is more like a hobby of mine, if truth must be told. But enough chatter. Shall we go inside? Yeah, there's no way to open the Sanctum door without Pennington, so, yeah. Let's just go in there and get that Crystal Star, finally. Ah, damn it. Whee! You're one step too late. We have the Crystal Star. Hey, don't leave without me. I do like that though. Dupless doesn't have a it doesn't have a teleport ability. Oh crud! We're too late. We got to go after them. Just a second there, Luigi. What exactly is going on here? Speak quickly. Yes, quite rudimentary. So you were looking for the Crystal Star in this Sanctum? Oh, yes, very interesting. Well, no cause for worry. The Crystal Star is safe. Yes, quite safe indeed. The stone that our rude friends took was fortunately a red herring, a fake. The real one is hidden somewhere in the Sanctum to prevent such a theft. However, as to the location of the real Crystal Star, well, as Sanctum manager, of course, I'm prohibited from telling anyone. However, I do know where it is. Of that you can be most certain. Yes, indeed. Besides, I'm sure a junior detective like yourself could find it on your own. Now, Luigi, put all of the razor-sharp sleuthing skills I have taught you to the test, and make me proud. Why do I always have to go through all this prove your worth bullshit? I am fucking Mario. I have saved the world at least 10 times. Let me just have the MacGuffin I need to save the world again and go fucking home. But anyway, we've got a little spring jump puzzle that we need to solve before we can get the Crystal Star. I do actually sort of like this, where we actually have to just, you know, find the Crystal Star as opposed to somebody giving it to us for once. Because, I mean, it's just like, why would... I'm sure that there would just be a few lying around. I mean, in Dragon Ball, at least a few of the Dragon Balls were just lying around almost all the time. I mean, granted, you could always find the Dragon Balls relatively quickly, unless the plot demanded that you didn't. But, whatever. Anyway, you just make your way up the way I showed you, and fly your way across with the paper airplane ability. You only have to go up one more. After you use the paper airplane ability, you only have to spring jump one more time in order to hit the switch to go into, well, the next area. One thing about Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door is that depth perception is a little bit more difficult than it probably should be, just due to the way that the character models are flat and there's and the camera is positioned. But thankfully, they always put little markers on the ground to where you need to spring jump. Well, they usually put little markers on the ground to where you need to spring jump in order to get the Crystal Star. Anyway, we do actually have some enemies in the other side of the Poshley Sanctum. Dark boos. The dark boos are essentially a normal boos, but dark. Woo! Oh god, I hate it when I do that. Dipshit moment when I accidentally I keep on mashing A, and then I accidentally use the jump command instead of the title command. Fucking turn invisible. So anyway, they function pretty much just like the boos you saw in Creepy Steeple, so no real big deal. However, it was sort of confusing for me the first time I played this, sorry. I got to this, as I said in Chapter 4, I didn't encounter the boo enemies, you know, I just sort of set them free and didn't encounter the Atomic Boo mini-boss. So, when I got to this point and saw Dark Boos, I was like, huh? Boos? Wait, what? Boos? Because fighting a boo was a new thing to me in a Paper Mario game. You don't fight any in Paper Mario 1, so I was just sort of like, wait, what? Wait, what? Boo? Dark Boo? Is there a normal Boo enemy? So yeah, I was sort of confused. But anyway, I'm only showing one. You don't really need to fight any of these guys. Any at all, really. You can just walk up and grab the Crystal Star. There's really nothing to, this. Although there is some stuff in the room that we're going to want to find after we get it. So anyway, yes! We finally got our Crystal Star! You got the Crystal Star, a little bit redundant. So anyway, now we get the Showstopper ability, which will defeat some enemies in battle. I don't usually bother for it, though it is ridiculously cheap if you want to abuse it. End of chapter! Mario found the 6th Crystal Star, hidden craftily in the Poshley Heights Sanctum. Now only one Crystal Star remains, but our hero still does not know where Princess Peach is being held. Where could the last Crystal Star be? And where's Princess Peach being held? Hoping this Crystal Star might yield answers, Mario returns to Pennington. So anyway, yeah, that's the 6th Crystal Star, but the chapter's not quite over yet. Thankfully, it's nothing like Chapter 4, where we have a whole, half of the chapter left. This is, pretty much the end of the chapter. We just gotta leave the Sanctum and then, talk to Pennington one more time, and then we're done. However, there is an item that I want to get, so I'm pretty much just repeating the same spring jump puzzle that I did, in order to get to this half of the Sanctum. This item that we're getting, it's a cosmetic item. You don't need to get it, but since it's one of the more popular items in the game, I figured I felt a little bit obligated to show you where it is if you've just been wondering where you get it. So anyway, yeah, I'll just tell you right now, the item that oh, well, first off, there's a Shine Sprite, so you definitely scrap that, you definitely want to do this, because, you know, Shine Sprites are great. But anyway, yeah, up there where the, switch was in the first Poshley Sanctum room is the hit detection! Is the Luigi emblem, which changes your color scheme from red to green. It's a cosmetic thing. It doesn't really... the only time it does anything other than changing your color is in one side quest, but that's about it. However, there's also a Wario emblem that you can buy from one of the shopkeepers in the, in Rogueport. And if you get the Wario emblem, obviously it makes you look like Wario. But if you equip both at the same time, you actually get Waluigi's color scheme, which I think is a nice attention to detail. But yeah, that's, I think, the only time that Wario and Waluigi are mentioned in anything outside... Well, actually, Waluigi is mentioned in anything other than a sports game. So that is where it was. Oh, nothing. Just talking to my brain. All geniuses do it. Congratulations, Luigi. You have found the real Crystal Star. So please, feel free to take it. I will just put another fake one over here. Well, traveling with you has been rather hectic, but I do admit, rather fun as well. I'm sure you have a long road ahead, Luigi, but do not give up. So anyway, yeah, that's the end of the chapter. I'm ExandShadow, and I'll see you guys later.